And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Right away, they'll change the look. Montana going right to the air. He'll get that out to the flat to White. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, LA. Rashad White, 67 yards. And the Rams are on the board here first in the season opener.
We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible, run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Daniel Carlson set to kick
Following
off.
the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again.
And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing here is May. Left side here to Sanders. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Run down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact put the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure and unbounded joy after that one.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10.
15-yard line.
To throw is Montana. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Here's second and 10.
Now Montana. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Montana. And he fires one incomplete. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment.
Left side caught by Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. There you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
They will look to throw. Montana.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
First down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Stephon Diggs. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Rams go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Texans nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10.
They'll throw with May. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6. And now an audible here into something else. From the gun, it's May.
He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
Yards. And the Texans first down.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Looking to throw. May. They'll get that complete to Harrison.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about 4.
10 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Here's May.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Montana to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Shotgun. Here's Montana.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
George Pickens.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Rams are looking good here in the season openers are able to extend their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Rams 21, Texans nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
After a 35-yard run.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up second down. Nothing, our score after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. To throw, it's May. He finds his rookie wideout from Tennessee. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line.
First down, Texans.
They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
32-yard line.
Crazy.
To the air, May. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the shotgun, it's May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Texans. Dante Thornton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
For first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
That is complete downfield to Knox. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
At the 34-yard line.
Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week one. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Well, it hasn't been a better first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Going to try to throw for it with Montana. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to take this one in for the Rams touchdown. George Pickens, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams take a 3-touchdown lead. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Daniel Carlson set to
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
From the shotgun, May with it. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Third down and 13. Now they'll change things up.
Third and 13.
From the gun on third down is May. This ball nearly intercepted. Oh, once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. Fourth down, straight ahead. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
At the 45-yard line.
Gets this out wide to Pickens. The 20. Now he's loose again. Touchdown, LA! George Pickens on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
35, Texans 7. Daniel
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Throwing here is May. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Completes this one to Thornton. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. And audible here to get a new look.
Brings up 4th down.
Crazy!
Drake May, 58 yards. And the Texans take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First carry for Rashad White. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Operating out of the gun. Here's Montana. He's got his man. It's White. He'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Stephon Diggs. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams are able to stretch out their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Rams 42, Texans 14. Daniel Carlson set to
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. That sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Now it's Horn.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
43-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final done.
The 27-yard line.
To throw is Montana. Now he's going to step up and run. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A quick throw by Montana. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 16.
And the Rams, 1st down.
They will look to throw. Montana. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Montana. He completes it right side of the lane. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Rashad White in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime. Carlson on for the PAT. And the route is on here in this 1st half.
Makes the score Rams 49, Texans 14.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this 1st half as the kick is away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Crazy. Five. Crazy.
Looking to throw. May. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. They hand off to their big tight end. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him.
Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 8.
Brings up second and 8.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Second down and 8.
Here goes tonight. Hey, what's up? Crazy.
Here's May.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
A loss of 11 yards. And it's
Now they'll shift things around.
3rd and long.
There you go. Crazy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Crazy. 5. Crazy.
They'll throw with May. He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
At the 9-yard line.
Crazy. 5.
To throw, it's May. Pass complete there to Harrison.
And they take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
From 8 yards out.
And the Texans are able to claw one back. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Outside, so I'm staying inside. Shut you would not vibe to the boot like Tupac. I see the bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Going on the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in.
There he goes left side. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. George Pickens, 76 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that last touchdown pass not only puts 6 points on the board, it also puts his name in the record books for the most touchdown passes in a single game. Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Rams 56, Texans 21.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. I know coaches tell us all the time having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Hey, what's that? Here. Crazy.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A gain of 20.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Hey, Angel. Hey, what's up?
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, you got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here, get up. Hey, what's that?
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they can snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
5. Crazy, 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 crazy.
To the air, May. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now they'll audible to something else.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4.
What's that? Hey, what's that? Can.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
First down, Houston.
Here goes that. Hey, what's that?
He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Sanders. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
They'll drop the throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. They're going on 4th down. May. They'll get this out wide to Harrison.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Down the left sideline. And finally taken down at the 15. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
Here's Montana to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Christian Kirk, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams
Texans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good.
63.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 45. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Five. What's up? Crazy.
They go play action now. May.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8.
Third down.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Looks like they'll move things around here. From the gun on 3rd down is May. That is caught. Down to the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Cooper Kupp, 62 yards. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
May going to try and throw for it.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field are already making plans for the evening.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
35 yards the game there. Another first down as well.
That's another.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
60 Eagles. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Ward. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Dawson Knox from 10 yards out. And the Rams add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Texans 29.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
To kick off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually works. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And now an audible here into something else.
Running right, here's Sanders.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Five. It's crazy. Crazy.
Throwing here is May.
There goes a deep ball, end zone.
Oh, it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Crazy.
They're going to look to throw.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point try, good by Gano. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The
Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. Inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Daniel Carlson
following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Gano now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
78, Texans 43.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
7 Pirates. Panther 60. Panther 60. 19 left. Panther 11. Panther 11.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And this one too low. For their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, it's been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Warriors 17. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll try and throw for it with Ward. And he is going to have the Rams first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
That's good for a Rams first down.
Throwing is Ward.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
To the air again, Ward. Here's one deep for Pickens.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
65 catch, 65 catch.
To throw, here's Ward. And this pass broken up. Contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Ward to throw for it on fourth.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Houston.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Crazy, crazy.
From the shotgun, May with it.
Looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Down the left sideline. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for the Rams. Touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Rams, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Time is precious. I look at my Cartier out of control. Just just like my mind where I'm going. The women, the shorties know nothing but clothes. No stopping at my Pirelli's on. Unlike my jewelry that's always on. I know the storm is coming. My pockets keep telling me it's gonna shower. Call up my homies, it's on and popping the night cause it's meant to be ours. We keep a fadeaway shot cause we ballin' and spittin' up every hour. Look, mama, ow, you just like the flowers. Girl, you the truth with all that goody power. You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
From the top when I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to me. It's going down. From the top when I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to me. It's going down. Hey, Shawty must know I'm the man. My money lover like a #1 fan. Don't open my mouth, let her talk to my fans. My Benjamin Franklin's. A couple of grands, I got rubber bands. My paper planes making a dance. Dance, I'm like that's part of my rebuilding castles that's made out of. She's amazing, I'm fire blazing, hotter than Cajun. Girl, won't you move a little closer? Time to get this maximum wage that belong on a poster. I'm in the days that is waving at me like, damn it, I know you. You run the show like a hoster. Tell me whatever and I'll be your gopher. You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
From the top when I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to me. It's going down. From the top when I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to me. It's going down. Yeah, I'm spending my money. I'm out of control. Somebody help me. She taking my bankroll, but I'm king of the club, and I'm wearing a crown. Popping these bottles, watching they go home. You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
You say too late to start, got your heart in hand. I don't believe it. You say too late to start, ain't it hard in your head? You know you better than this.
Twisting my words and bringing up the past, baby, you know that you better than that. I don't got time to deal with the drama, I want the Chanel and I got your back. I promised that I would've never got involved if I knew I would get so attached. Promised that I would've never hit the road if I knew that you weren't coming back. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything.
Stressing, quit stressing. You should already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence. This time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool if you stay composed. And when your boy gets home, I don't wanna hear no chat about. If you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat, while you want space and a reason to grow. If things are best left kept on the low, then I think you should leave that after the tone.
Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything.
See, I would've done anything for you. Now you won't pick up when I call you. It was late night texting to a yawning. Nowadays I'm overthinking till the morning. Switched up and turned without a warning, but I know my heart forever bleeds. Through this, the strangers like magicians. Never knew them tricks were up your sleeve.
Hey, I'm sick of this back and forth. It's starting to get contagious. I had to put the bridges out you built. What I felt inside would have been outrageous. Stop acting, think I believe that. That's catfish, poor performance. What's your number, please, or contact. Buzz you up so I can call that a ballin'.
Can't tell me like, what do you want? Yeah, tell me like, what do you need? Fresh tip when you're doing your feet. New LV when you fly overseas. Call plumbing cause I'm at a band swimming cause I'm in a D. Don't call me, you already know. I'm on the road and you for the streets.
Young and ain't the same. I guess we're on different days. I guess now we're distant strangers. You said there's no Michelin, traveling on dividends. She say that I'm bald like a 90s symbol is. I'm getting paid talking rap on the internet. Yeah, my name green, but I ain't crab, I be generous. LA to Virginia, I just sold my latest song. Japanese denim flying straight from Pond. Rolling out to Durban, mouth a pudding with some prawn. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a don, huh? I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed a flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, that's I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed a flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, that's a bither.
Ibiza. Yeah, it's pronounced Ibiza, actually. What's the difference, man?
Ibiza, Ibiza, you won't see me in neither. Invited to the function, I don't go, I got amnesia. I'd rather be in Vegas at the Caesars. My winter out in Josie, not in Bali, cause it's cheaper. Switch it up. From Africa, home of diaspora. More than the trip around the globe, we the settler. Travel like LeBron, I'm a traveling man. LAX out to Baltimore, then landed in France. Play some shows out in Germany, then bought in Japan. See these raps take me everywhere, I go where I can. That's the multi-pass, homie, I ain't bumping that, Brody. In New York, posted up like some Timberlands, homie. So I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed a flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, that's a bither. I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed a flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, that's a bither. Oh, you stay with it. In the same city. I done been around this world, you can't think with me. Oh, you a wannabe, I'm what they wanna be. A well-adjusted free thinker, that's autonomy. That means I make my own decisions, boy, what do you do? I could spend a week or two out in Honolulu. And I ain't got $1 billion, but I got a screw loose to the people that see the world just like the news do. Why you stunting on the block? You can invest that money, get funded by some stocks. I'd rather make a punchline than punch into a clock. Life is hard, but you won't change it just wishing on a star. Cause you can miss this like you in the dark. This beat is intimate, so you can really feel my heart. System built for us to fail, but somehow we all prevail. By the time I was 17, man, I thought I'd be in jail. Cause we moved out to the burbs and still get cuffed up in a cell. Most are blind to this world, but this world, I see it well.
When I step up in the place, say yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check, and you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air, don't ever disrespect. I got you all in check. Bust the rhymes up in the place, true indeed. Yes, I got record, that's word on my seed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide rockers make the world stampede. Yo, Willie, make we roll some man charge. Now I must proceed. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Beast to baby, fight Q-tip, Alicia Heed. Watch me out like Apollo Creed. Body, making you just feed more dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just read. Hey, you can read all about the pure breed. Do the noble dance, man, do the pepper seed. When I step up in the place, say yo, I step correct. I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check, and you seats and enjoy my boat cruise. I know you really wanna know who's coming through, leaving residues. Sorry, homeboy, but your flow sound used. Got to pay your dues, baby. You know the rules. Whenever I travel the world, I land cruise. If you choose to, how you get. Now I got you on super unlimited use. Give me room, give me some space, your excuse. When I step up in the place, then you I step correct. But I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. But I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. But I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. But I got you all in check.
You're now rocking with the best. Bust the rhymes coming through from the footmost squad. Boy Scouts who I be, straight to your dome. We coming straight to your dome, bringing all you rockers to all you rap. Boy Scouts who I be, flip mode is the squid on. Bust the rhymes, break it down like this.
Yo, which, throw my flow. Me, move. Throw them tap right out my window. Blast you with a direct blow. Coming through like G.I. Joe. Star Wars moving ill like Han Solo. Make you bounce around like this was Calypso. Always shine cause I got the high pro glow. You think that you can hide, you think you can lay low. Roll up on your eye like Hawaii 5-0. Mac out with my dreads in my Kango. Forget them, just pass the. Yo, take a trip down to Mexico. Come back with that might make you psycho. Maximum frequencies through your